This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. We've got the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. And the starting group for the Spurs. Duncan out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Splitter. Then there's Mr. Moves. And it's Parker in at point guard.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
It's Pippen on the wing. Releases. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the game.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Bucket is good.
And when you give Parker room to work his magic down inside, he knows how to finish with style.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. He told me it's always a challenge when you face a team this opportunistic. He said those guys are going to look to take advantage of any weakness. You have to really communicate defensively tonight. Guys, back to you.
Great update, David. Thanks. It'll be fascinating, Greg, to watch them try to slow down these shooters.
No question. That's the focus defensively. But then, on the offensive end, they have to get production of their own.
Yeah, spot on. It's going to take an all-around effort to pull out the victory here tonight.
Now here's Embiid. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. 5 on the clock. Back to Embiid. Over Parker. Embiid, no good. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Splitter, and a stand-in by Splitter.
Man, if you leave Splitter alone that close for the rim, he certainly has the ability and confidence to rise up and dunk.
Pippen kicks off. Pass to Embiid. Over Duncan. And the Clippers miss again.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Leonard against Embiid. Outside Leonard. To the paint. And the rejection by Embiid. Here's the break. Here's Irving. Score the basket. Good shot after missing his first attempt.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Leonard against Pippen. Leonard the pass to Duncan. Back to Leonard. Fires from deep. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Pippen. And the Clippers have possession. Outside Harper. Takes it to Pippen. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Gobert. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Ron Harper. The Spurs also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for Splitter. Ellie comes in for Mr. Moves. That's Mills in for Tony Parker. Now here's Irving. And Irving throws it down.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gift.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now the pass to Duncan. Fader on the way. The rebound by Pippen.
Well, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Poked away. A deep three from Green. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead. They lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, What have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
The Clippers in the lead. We've got Matthews. Embiid is out there with Pippen. Then there's Favors, and it's Irving at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Matthews against Green. Pass to Pippen. And then Pippen slams it in.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. A three from Leonard. Drills the three-pointer. Leonard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
This offense just looks so different when Kawhi Leonard is on the floor and when he's knocking down shots like this.
And Matthews kicks to Favors. Trying to find Pippen. He's got it now. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Mills dishes to Green. Here's Duncan, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Well, if you don't box out the big fundamental, you're going to have a fundamental problem.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Outside Matthews. Embiid, the pass to Pippen. Good on the three-point shot. Pippen's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Leonard, that's for 2. And too long on the shot.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Here's Irving. Offensive rebound. Over Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Kyrie does a great job of using the shot fake. Really sells it that time and then goes straight to contact.
No good on the free throw. Gobert, he's checked in for the Clippers. Irving comes in for Scottie Pippen. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Splitters checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Mr. Move comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Joseph, he's checked in for Danny Green. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Second free throw, no good.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
Ginobili kicks to Parker. Shoots over Matthews. Parker's shot is off. Clippers leading by 4. Matthews passes to Gobert. That one drops for him.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Parker surveying the floor. Passes it to Joseph. And the layup is good. Joseph's got his first bucket of the night.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Puts it up from 12. Another one falls for the Clippers.
I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
Here's Parker. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night. And the Clippers making a switch here. Harper's checked in. Duncan, no good on the free throw.
I know that shot looks like a bit of a line drive, but Timmy's pretty consistent from the free throw stretch.
Irving with it. He's picked up by Parker, and the basket is good.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Golden State Warriors. Outside, Joseph. goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Duncan.
Well, in that area of the floor, that's where Tim Duncan really shines. He knows how to take care of business from there.
Irving against Parker. Now Irving from deep three-point range. Amazing.
Finish up the court.
That's an incredible shot. They just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And we finished one half of basketball. Clippers lead by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage is so high. See it up there, in the stratosphere. Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps it.
Thanks for joining us, folks.
Just joining us in this one. First half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Scottie Pippen. He's really been playing well.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, if he take a low percentage shot, everything efficient.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got Parker. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Duncan. And there's Mr. Moves. And it's Splitter in at center. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Ginobili the best to Duncan. He kicks it to Leonard. Splitter dishes to Parker. Got a piece of it. Pippen against Ginobili. Pippen with the bucket. Pippen's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard it down low.
Parker. And that's good for 2. Parker's got his second bucket tonight. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pippen with it. He's got 11. Pass to Embiid. Here's Irving. Again, Los Angeles.
They're not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Parker outside. Floats one. Another shot. Gobert with the block.
They're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Here's Pippen. Back to Harper. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. There's Embiid. San Antonio with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Leonard kicks to Parker. We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. And here's Harper. No points in the game yet for him, and the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Favors comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Ron Harper. San Antonio also making some changes. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Duncan. Green comes in for Mr. Moves. That's Mills in for Parker. Irving passes to Embiid. To the inside. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Embiid. Embiid's got 3 assists tonight.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Mills passes to Leonard. Dishes it to Green. Embiid against Bellinelli. Over Favors. Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got his first 2 points.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
That one good for 2. And the Clippers lead by 13.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Down low, here's Splitter, and it's slammed in by Splitter.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
The pass to Pippen. Green against Irving. Pass to Irving. Over Mills. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
This one for 3. Not going to go that time.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And don't go away. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Joel Embiid, Matthews out there with Irving, then there's Irving. And it's Favors in at the 5 down low. And Mills kicks to Leonard. It's over Embiid. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Matthews passes to Irving. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Irving's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Los Angeles. Passes to Green. Here's Leonard. 3-pointer. Knocks down the 3 ball.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot.
Outside Irving. Pass to Matthew. Stolen by Joseph. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got the fast break chance. And that one's good. Green.
This is what Green brings to the offense, the unwavering confidence to rise up and hit threes.
And the Clippers call time here.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
A different look for the Clippers. Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. And it's Harper in for Matthews. San Antonio also making some changes. Duncan, he's checked in for Green. Mr. Move comes in for Corey Joseph. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Harper against Ginobili. And the pass to Duncan. Over Irving. Duncan can't hit. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Harper's shot's good.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Let's pick off. Harper against Duncan. Pass to Embiid. Outside Irving. Back to Embiid. 4 on the clock. Here's Harper. Duncan with the block.
And Duncan just times that one perfectly. The shooter should never attempt those kind of shots with teammates roaming the rim.
Simmons checked in for the Clippers. San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 13. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Scottie Pippen.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of it.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Parker against Harper. Outside Pippen. Outside Irving. That one's not going to go. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Ginobili dishes to Splitter.
Well, Splitter is clever, so you have to be careful around the basket. Tricky player.
Split on the first, and that brings them to within 10. Irving's checked in for Ron Harper.
Trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Here's Embiid, and he uses the glass on the way. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Parker. From 13 feet, it goes down.
And when Parker gets his legs under him from that mid-range area, he is incredibly accurate.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Parker against Irving. One easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.